Anyway, this is
every word counts.
This is the T Money Podcast joint featuring the great Ciara Ross in the building.
Hey.
And we're here because I'm talking to her because she's got her collar up and she's gangster right now. So I'm very scared.
Ready.
But we're here with the with some of the greatest people in hip hop ever. My man Klepto and my man Banger from the great Junior Mafia. Salute to y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, y'all. We're here.
Representing Best Style Brooklyn, MC Klep, my man Banger, the world famous Junior Mafia in the building. We love to have you guys. Say what's going on, fellas.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, we can talk right into the mic.
We here, y'all. We here.
So listen,
We getting ready to have a awesome show, so get your popcorn, your snacks, all that other stuff, because these gentlemen are out of control.
no doubt. So let me. I'm gonna ask you this off the rip. You guys are childhood friends, right? Childhood friends are big, and I'm just assuming that, and I'm sure that you've been around a lot of people and they wanted to put you on and all that stuff. How did the Junior Mafia form in the first place? Like, I know Big was doing this thing, like and if I had a bunch of friends that was interested in putting in a group, I would have to see who was an MC first, who could actually rhyme, like right. Like how did that whole thing come together? Were you guys in a group before? Were you guys MCs?
I was in
like, oh, you were in a group before.
You were in a group before or in the group before? Because I know I was like the step kid.
Oh, you were?
Yeah. I came in after. He was there.
I was in a group before.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
what was the name of the group?
It was just Two Bad Childs.
Two Bad Childs?
I could see that.
Okay.
I could see that.
Okay.
He asked the question. I don't know what the answer is not answer.
You're talking to you. You always talk to
I
him.
was in a group before Two Bad Childs with me and my cousin Trife.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, Trife.
We
Salute to
was
Trife.
Snakes. We was the Snakes in Junior Mafia.
Right.
So pretty much,
Dope.
I was like from East New York. He was from Bed Stuy.
Right.
So I lived in East New York, which means I would come from the projects and I would come to Fulton Street.
Oh, okay.
Where Big and everybody resided at, where my grandmother and my family would live there.
Mm-hmm.
And I would come there, and when I come there, I would like being me, rebellious, and being from East New York, I would come and shake shit up.
Right.
So when I come and shake it up, I come from the project with my rhymes.
Okay, well, there it is.
And now I
You
had
had to
nobody
represent
there
East
to
New York.
battle. I had
Right.
nobody there to go against
Right.
me, opposed to just my cousin.
Right.
My
Right.
cousin was just on his music shit, and he was just terrorizing shit. You know?
Right. I hear
Big
you.
was next. Big was next on the next block.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wow.
That's what's up.
And Klep, for you, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, one night at the tunnel changed your life.
Yeah. I was trying to get on forever. Like that's my story. Like I was rapping. Like
You
I
had
was
a stomach ache or something.
Yeah,
Something was going on with you that night.
Yeah. I go back. Like I was trying to get on because I was in the Funky Slice days. I don't know how many people remember
The
Funky.
funky
See,
Slice.
I'm gonna take. You want to talk? Like you want me to talk?
Let's go. We talking right here. That's
I
what we
want
doing.
to talk.
Funky
Like
Slice.
I was buying the breakbeat records and going to Funky Slice and doing the loop on the what was it? The floppy disk.
Floppy disk, yeah.
Yeah, I take it back then trying to get on.
Okay.
Like really, Dr. Beats I think was the engineer's name in Funky Slice.
Right.
Downtown.
Funky Slice Studios, right?
Yeah. Funky Slice. So I was there always trying to get on, and then fast forward a multitude of years after that, I ended up going to the tunnel.
Right.
And I told my boys that day, I'm like, yo, look, I'm meeting the person tonight that's gonna put me on in rap. I was like, yo, tonight is the night. I'm gonna meet the
Sir,
person.
it's a little bit more than that story. It wasn't just tonight was the night I'm gonna meet the person. You said I'm saving a particular.
No, yeah, okay, you're right. No,
Get
you're
in it
okay.
now. Get in
Let
it.
me backtrack. Okay, I'm because sometimes this story is dragged, so I'm gonna speed through it.
Okay.
So I was dead sick. I don't like to smoke when I'm sick because I always feel like it drags it out. So my boys, they like, yo, come out to the tunnel to the Grammys after party. I'm like, yo, nah, I'm sick. I'm not going. So after a while, I'm at home watching the Grammys on TV, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Right. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna go. So we end up connecting. That time I just bought a car. I won't get into what it was just yet, but I just bought a car. And we used to go back when weed wasn't like you didn't have to spend $500 to $1,500 to get high. Right. We went to St. John's to the Dime Skunk spot on St. John's and Nostrand. So I went there and I said, you know what? I'm not smoking, but I'm gonna buy a bag of weed and I'm gonna hold it. So we ended up going to the tunnel. So I told my boys when we got there, I said, yo, I'm going to smoke this bag of weed with the person that's going to put me on in the rap game.
How you met Big.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Story how he met Big.
Exactly how I met him. So, and it showed me about manifestation. So I told him, I said, yo, this is the bad. I'm going to smoke this with the person that's going to put me on. So fast forward, we get in the tunnel. I never been to something like that. So I'm looking and I'm seeing everybody brand new being Wu-Tang. I'm seeing all these live dudes. This is 9-4, and I'm looking like, whoa. Like my mind was blown.
Right.
So I'm sick like a dog. All night I'm sitting in the corner. My boys coming up to me like, yo, give us that weed. They smoked all their weed.
Right.
I'm like, yo, nah, I'm smoking this with the person that's putting me on in the rap game. Because we all drove individually up to the tunnel. So now I'm waiting, looking to see who I'm going to rap to, and then I'm just sick. So next thing, the lights come on, the party over. So they turn the lights on. I start freaking out like, oh, shit. Like I could have went and rapped to the bartender and start. I don't know who to rap to. So the tunnel, if you know the tunnel, the bar is long.
Real long.
Yeah, it's a long bar. I never forget it. If the entrances are that way, all night I sat on this side in that corner, all night.
Because you was MJ.
Yeah, pretty much. So now the lights come on. I'm freaking out. I don't see nobody. I'm like, yo, where Wu-Tang? Where this person? Where that person? I jump up, I walk around the bar to leave, and I'm looking, and I look in the doorway, and I see who I like to call Biggie Smalls, because that's who he was at that time. Mm-hmm. This one he just had party and bullshit, and I see him, and I look, and I said, oh, shit, there go Biggie Smalls. I said, you know what, I'm going to go step to him. So I walked to the entrance of the club, and I didn't know who he was with at the time. It was Little C's, Cheek Delvec, Bones Malone, but I didn't know who that was. So I walked up to him. I said, yo, what's up? Because one of my boys, June from Brooklyn, I hung out on Franklin Avenue, so June told me that Biggie was looking for people to put on. Right. So I'm like, yo, what up, Big? Yo, my name is Klep from Junior Mafia. Not from Junior Mafia. My name is Klep. I'm the nicest nigga that ain't out.
Right.
So he looked at me, and to this day I don't believe it, but he looked at me and said, yo, I believe you. And stuck his hand out and shook my hand, but I don't know if that was just like a reaction. So from that, all in that space of time, he looks over the seas and says, yo, call a taxi. Because back in the days, there wasn't no Uber or no Lyft. You had to call a taxi. Yep. Yo, get a taxi. We're going to go get breakfast. Ooh. So nice. While he was saying that,
cab in New York, New York terms, cab. Yeah. I don't know where you get the taxi from. We was calling cabs.
$1 cabs.
And in Manhattan, it was taxis. But anyway, we won't get into that. So now. So
the hood called them cabs.
That 100%.
You can see who was the reckless one, right?
Yeah. 100%.
Taxi just sound generic.
Yeah. Nah, I do.
Taxi sound tourist.
Yeah.
Tourist. Let's take a taxi.
He got taxis. We got cabs.
Yo, Clip, go ahead, man.
No, I gotta let him. Let me have it. No, let me have it. Go ahead. Please.
Taxi.
Clip got suburbians on us.
Terrible terminology. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
We're here to listen to your story, bro.
I'm sorry, laddie.
Please
Please
keep it moving.
Call in a cab, and then what happened?
So listen,
we help him back.
He said,
there you go.
He probably did say cab. Now you say that, but
wow. After all that,
no. Now I'm thinking about that nigga taxi.
Yeah. I can't.
You gotta understand, my brother. Let me
me
explain one thing to you. I'm incorporating my thought process of now and then together, so words are gonna come out. Certain things are gonna come out like a combo.
We letting you rock. Good buddy. Nothing.
Nah. That's my brother. We all like this.
Because life is about memories,
nah.
So I'm quite sure you.
So now he said, let's call a cab. So nah. Let me. Can I finish this story? Because I want to hear your stories. Let me finish the story. So now he like, yo, C's, call a taxi. So now, in the midst of him saying that,
right.
I said, yo, where y'all going? He like, nah, we gonna go get breakfast. I said, nah, I got a car. I'm gonna go, I'll take y'all. So now, you got a car? All right, go get your car. So now I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get my car. But back in them times, I was real heavy in the streets, doing my thing, whatever it was. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go get my whip and pull up. So now, back then, I had just bought the brand new Q45.
You pulling out like Paid in Full days.
Yeah, this is when Wu-Tang had Cream.
Yeah.
When Wu-Tang had Cream and they were driving the white Cream,
Right.
and that was like that video just came out like 2 or something weeks ago. So I had the black one.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? I went and grabbed the whip. So now, back in those days, outside the club, it's a slow roll past because traffic ain't moving.
Right.
Like so I go fishbowl, no tent, no nothing. I jump in the whip. You got to put the cassette tape in. I'm turning the music up, like cassette tape in, music
slow,
up
homie.
loud. So I start driving. So I drive up, and I drive up to the tunnel entrance, and Big outside with who I didn't know was C's, Cheek, and Bones. And I knew Bones' face because he knew my mans from Flatbush. But when I drove up and they saw what I pulled up in, it looked like fireworks in everybody's face. Big, all of them like
Official
yo,
tissue.
that's what he put. That's what he rocking. I'm DKing wide out, tag Hoya watch, the herringbone chain, all of this. So I pull up to the front. Big get in the front seat. Cheek sees Bones. They get in the back. We chilling, kicking it. So now we posted up, parked in front of the tunnel. We just posted up. So now guess who come out?
Who that?
All my boys who all night, I told y'all,
Right.
I'm smoking this
Fire.
with the person that's putting me on tonight. I told them from Brooklyn before going over the bridge. I said, yo, I'm smoking this weed with the person that's putting me on tonight. So that time, Big, that's Chelsea Diner. That's why I still go to Chelsea Diner. I was there the other night. Yeah, I love It's so nostalgic.
For some reason,
yo, yeah,
I
it's
still
so
go get a turkey burger or
nostalgic.
something.
Facts. That turkey burger.
It's just tradition.
Yo, it's such an iconic, nostalgic spot. So now, Big like, yo, we gonna go. I never been there before, but he's like, yo, we going over there. I'm gonna take you. We're gonna get breakfast. So now, I said, okay, we gonna go eat. He said, yeah, when you come out, you can rap to me after. Boom, boom, boom. So now we go to Chelsea Diner, and after we come out, I remember putting in Souls of Mischief, Never No More, because I like that beat. So I put that in, rolled up the weed, and I rapped every lyric I had over another artist's song while they were rapping, and just rapped everything I had over while they was rapping.
Nice.
And he was like, that's good. Yo, let's connect. Yo, I want to connect
Welcome
with you.
to
Boom,
Junior
boom, boom.
Mafia.
Yeah, and then the rest. No, but it was right at the cusp where he was finalizing everything with it and the pieces of the puzzle, and he introduced me to everybody. Bang. Yeah, and the rest of the group, C's and everybody. No, I met C's that night, but everybody else. Nino wasn't there. Red. Who else? K-Mel, Trife wasn't there. So after that, me and Big clicked. And then Big never drove, so I had the Q45, and it was live, so we'll be all over the city. We'll end up going. We just ended up clicking and chilling. We'll go check Nas. We'll go check Nas in Queensbridge. We'll go pick up Tupac from the Park of Meridian. So like just moving.
Right.
And I'm like a pupil excited because I'm that dude that wanted to get on. And I'm like, yo, oh shit, yo, now I'm moving in the mix.
That's dope.
Yeah,
It made sense. Big didn't drive, you drove.
Yeah.
It made sense.
Yeah, I'm in the mix.
together.
Yeah, I'm in the
That was
mix.
amazing.
Yeah, and then I'm bringing him around certain other parts of the hood, and then he's seeing because I'm like, if I got a Q45 back then, of course, I'm in the hood and people know me. And
So look, so he put everybody on.
That's
right?
how I met him.
Right,
Yeah.
that's facts.
You know how I met him?
No, tell me, I'm hearing. I'm listening.
I met Klepto. Big was like, come to my house for what? I bought y'all some coats. He bought the coats from Klepto.
But you were selling
Klepto
coke.
from Flatbush. You know, Flatbush got the most flavor. Like in Brooklyn, they always had the best style.
Right.
Let's be clear. And this guy was the
Cool.
That's dope. So who
Wow.
gave Junior Mafia their name? Like who was it? Big?
I think it was Big. It was Big. Big was like, I think he was just saying Junior Mafia. He didn't really know who it was.
Yeah,
Right.
that was crazy.
He didn't really know who it was. He was just saying Junior Mafia. So when Junior Mafia became, we would just listen to his tapes. We just listen to his tapes, and we would all just listen to his tapes and just hear.
So he manifested that.
We didn't know who was clearing Junior Mafia.
Right.
So me, like I said, when I was rapping, I would come from Eastern New York, I was rapping, me and my cousin, we go in Daddy-O's studio. Daddy-O, I know you Daddy-O.
Oh, yeah,
Daddy.
Daddy. No question.
Daddy-O says to Sonic, his big brother was Kedar. So Kedar
Right.
offices.
Of course he was, yeah.
Would be upstairs, and we'd be downstairs just putting in pain, you know, come on, man.
Grind. Straight
Yo,
grind.
my bro.
And back then,
Like,
Daddy-O was producing a lot of people's stuff. Yeah.
Daddy-O basement was the
Daddy-O was official.
was the wave.
No doubt.
So we were going down there.
Salute to Stetsasonic, by the way. Bobby Simmons.
Yeah, this is hip hop history.
That's Stetsasonic.
50 of hip hop. This is
Respect,
hip hop
yo.
history. Let's not forget Daddy-O had a major part in Junior
Everything.
Mafia.
Yeah.
Let's not forget.
No question.
Stetsasonic, none of that. Let's not forget. But long story short, yeah, we was gonna do. So after we started doing a lot of music with Daddy-O, Un started sneaking in. Yeah, Un started sneaking in, and then Big started sneaking in. After when Big started sneaking in, me and my cousin Blake, which his name is Trife at the time. I was lost and he was Trife in the Junior Mafia, which they gave us our names. That's why I call myself Bang, because we don't own it.
Right.
But long story short,
okay.
they would sneak in. We about to go do a deal with Kedar. Big just came in and just flipped out on us like, the fuck is you doing, Blake? Yo, what's Trife?
See,
Yo,
I ain't know that. I ain't know that.
Fucking better. You know fucking better. You Junior Mafia. And this guy right here, he was like in Bang. He was like, well, I wasn't Bang at the time. He was calling me Larceny. But I was lost at the time, and he was like, yo, Lost. He was like, he just shitted on our whole deal and shut us down with Kedar and told him, yo, they're part of Junior Mafia.
I never heard this story, by the way, before,
That's
World.
crazy.
So I'm learning.
That's
So
crazy right there.
dope.
So that's why.
That's dope.
So Junior Mafia goes on and they go to sign. You sign with Atlantic, right? As a group, right?
Yeah.
Big
Craig
beat,
Chapman.
big beat Atlanta.
So
Big
why?
Beat Atlantic,
So
Craig
why didn't
Chapman.
you? Right,
It's my
facts.
God to this day, man.
Why didn't
Shout
y'all
out to
sign?
Craig,
Why
man.
did y'all never think to sign with Bad Boy?
You want me talking?
I want the real story behind
I'm
that.
gonna open that up,
No,
man.
no,
I'm gonna
open it
leave
up.
that alone because
No.
I'm still cool with Puff.
No, look, I'm neutral.
I'm still cool with
Look,
Puff.
look,
I'm
look.
really
I
active.
wanna know the
out
whole
here.
story.
I'm really active.
That's why
out
you're
here.
here.
Leave that alone.
I'm neutral,
Right.
right? And I'm gonna stay neutral. That's what I like. You like when I let him talk when he talk.
Okay.
So, and no disrespect to anybody, but the realness of it is people know they're not stupid. A lot of people thought we were part of Bad Boy, but
Absolutely.
But
I know you guys were signing Atlantic, but
Yeah.
I'm asking the question because
But
it just was like
but-
that never was offered. Like you never had an
No,
opportunity to
because-
sign with Bad Boy.
No, because Puff's main focus, rightfully so, was Big. So I personally think that, and it's pretty obvious that wasn't an interest to him. His main focus was all of his family and artists within Bad Boy.
Right.
So the only thing he really didn't care about Junior Mafia like that.
Nah, he
Right,
wanted
right.
Junior Mafia. He wanted Junior Mafia 100%. I think Big wanted, not even I think,
Nah.
I knew Big wanted something for himself.
Right.
Like he wanted his own lane. He wanted his
No, but that's
own-
what I mean. But that's like
wanted
he
his
didn't
own,
he didn't like
you know
the
what I'm saying?
fact.
His, you know how that
Facts.
No, no, I
your
agree.
own
I agree.
lane
I
to-
agree with you
to
that.
start his entrepreneur, and he knowing that
I'm gonna
Puff,
tell you.
Puff had more than enough.
No, but I'm
on
gonna
his
tell
plate.
I'm gonna tell you from that fact, and I'll go back because I was right with Big through all of that, all of those happenings. He and rightfully so. There's nothing wrong with that. Puff wanted to focus on Bad Boy, and another thing, and I'm gonna call it like I'm gonna give y'all the realness. Biggie and Lance Rivera were partners in Undias.
Right.
And
Facts.
Puff wasn't gelling with like that. Like
Oh,
not saying it
okay.
was beef, but I'm saying he knew that was their lane, so he wasn't trying. It wasn't happening. Like you had trying to be the next Puff.
Right.
So it's like, why am I gonna pull the dude trying to be next to me and help the next dude trying to be like me take off? It was that. Which, like I said, it's nothing.
It might not
wrong
make
with
good
that.
business
Yeah,
sense, right.
it was
At
nothing
that
wrong
time,
with that.
At that time, it was like heavy on the competition where
Yeah,
I felt
that's
like
what I'm
I
saying.
felt like if they would have gelled together as brothers, there's more money for
Oh,
everybody.
of course.
Nowadays, if we came out now with the way the dynamics of the system is, but back then it was newer. Big Money was really new then. Big Money. Unless you were like, and I'm not trying to like just throw people like in there. Unless you had like the Vanilla Ice, the Hammer, these type of people. Like Big Money wasn't really there yet, like to where it is now. Yeah, but if it was now where you could see camaraderie and it makes sense to have a whole team of people blowing up, it'd have been a whole different ballgame. But long story short, back to answer the question, Puff wasn't interested in Junior Mafia, but what made Puff interested in Junior
Mafia
Mafia was Little Kim.
You gotta listen to Who Shot You when he say JM motherfucker.
No, they're not.
9-5 motherfucker.
No, listen.
They didn't want to bring that to Puff because they wanted their own vehicle.
I disagree, but I can rightfully disagree.
I can't say Puff ain't want Junior Mafia when Puff is like a family member to me.
I could say
Puff didn't want Junior
I could say this is in my opinion. I feel like
ask Puff then, in your opinion.
No, because I look.
Because I can ask Puff.
No, look. In my opinion, he didn't want Junior Mafia, but Junior Mafia's stars started shining more because of Kim's notoriety in the game.
Yeah, without question.
And he tapped into what made the most sense for him to pull Junior Mafia in, because if he really wanted Junior Mafia, he had Kim. He could have pulled us into other songs.
He had Kim, bro.
He had Kim on stuff.
He did not have Kim, bro. What are you talking about?
He had Kim on stuff.
Even like with
he
Kim,
didn't have Kim on joints.
He did not have Kim. He did not have Kim at the beginning of the Junior Mafia days. Puff did not have Kim.
What happened to All About the Benjamins?
Had Kim.
No, I know that. But
All About the Benjamins
Big
was dead.
No,
Big
but
passed
the songs.
away. God bless his soul. Benjamins didn't come
but I'm
about
talking
after
about the songs.
Ready to Life After Death and all that.
Okay, but what that being,
Puff Daddy and the family.
Yeah, listen, but with that being said,
Yeah.
Lil' Kim became a big star from Junior Mafia with on that strip. So, but now your debut album, Conspiracy, which was awaited. Everybody.
That was 1995.
95, no question.
Timeline. Stick to the timeline.
No, I'm with it, but
You know what I'm saying?
let me finish.
Jumping all the way to the Benjamins.
No, I got nothing to do with that. We're having a conversation about Conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Conspiracy.
Big was featured in about 4 songs.
100%.
And one of your biggest songs was the Players Anthem and Get Money.
Produced by DJ Clark Kent,
DJ
my
Clark
brother,
Kent.
by the way.
You had Daddy-O producing joints for y'all. And you had, and Special Ed actually did some stuff.
Easy LP.
And Easy Mo B too, right? Mo B did some stuff for you, or no?
I think Mo B
did what you call it.
Because I know Mo B did stuff for Big. I know he did. He worked on Big's first album.
We'll talk about Special Ed because I was just with him that night. You saw me with him on stage, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, Special Ed. It did everything, and it was crazy. So
I'll tell you the story. There's stories behind that too. But
when your album came out, you guys shot out. You charted Billboard. The songs went really well. Everybody, embraced you. So talk to me a little bit about your rise to stardom at that point. How were you guys embracing that as a group? Tell me, talk about that whole thing with Big and how that changed your life to a degree. Because I know it's not the same. Your life changed totally when the album came out. You know what I mean?
I think Big kind of like shook our career, honestly, because we was already on the path for our career. I mean, me personally, if I'm talking to as an artist,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We all got different
Big
perspectives.
was just
crazy.
Big was just a fucking. Can I curse?
Yeah, you can do it.
Big cursing.
Big was a fucking he was big, like he was colossal.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I think about Big, like I think Big just shifted the culture, hip hop, and all that. And when we got with Big, it's like we was gunning, writing. And we get in the studio and start writing our shit, and Big get us all high and drunk, and he'd go in there and shoot that booth up, and you'd be like, what the fuck am I writing for? I'm with the greatest nigga that ever did it.
Right.
Like, I'm with the GOAT, man. We might as well sit back and relax.
Yeah,
and
he was
and
phenomenal on the mic, man. Yeah, let me tell you,
but
he
his
did.
formula was impeccable, because we would be like, I'm sitting with you, team, I'm sitting with y'all, and we just hanging out and this, that, and that, we drinking, we listening to the music, you know what I mean? Everybody is in there on that creative mode shit, and he just smoking and drinking, and you're not thinking that he's creating.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he go in there and he say that shit that he said. He just said that. You just want to rip your whole shit up. Like, as an artist, as a creator, I want to rip my
Let me
verse
tell you.
up
Let me tell you all a little story, right? So I fancied myself as a rapper when I was, years ago, right?
Where's
so
the demos? Where the
your original. I had original concept. I was signed to Def Jam. I had joints. I had joints, right? So
is it on YouTube? Can we pull up one of those? Cue up the T Money.
That's fact. When you try to check me out, that's facts.
Cue up the T Money joint.
Listen to me. Cue me up. The original concept, Def Jam. I'm trying to tell these dudes they don't understand. But listen. But peep this here. But so I'm in the studio because Big came in the studio with me, Ed and Dre, because I think he did a song on one.
And you burnt them.
No, peep. Peep. When I'm listening to him in the studio create, I'm like, this dude is a problem. Like he's really like you're different when you listen to somebody's songs. He already did the song, but when you see him in the studio working, and he turned to me and said, "T, you getting on this?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm not." In my mind, I'm not fucking with that. You know what? How I look like getting on a song with you? Like I'm not ready. You know what I mean?
I'm not ready.
It was hard.
But he was a serious.
Yeah.
He was dope with his. You know what I mean? And I really fuck with him because Big was always. He's a really cool dude, man. He's actually, if you seen cool in the fucking dictionary, you would see him.
Great dude.
You know what I mean? He had a great spirit. He was cool, very down to earth. That's what I liked about him. You know, he wasn't one of those stars that wasn't approachable. He was very personable.
Real,
you know
really real.
You know, and I want to take this time for us, you know, in celebration of him, you know, because you know we're taping, and soon the anniversary of his passing is coming up. You know what I mean?
March 9th.
You know what I mean? So salute to him, man. You know, and he was just a great guy, a great talent to me. You know, I wish I would have known him, you know, better than I did. You know what I mean? But and like I have more of a personal relationship. But
I wish I got a chance to meet him.
Yeah, but he was really a cool dude, man. So there's been so much written about you guys, you know, and as it relates to his passing and the Tupac controversy and everything else. I just wanted to say that how phenomenal he was as a guy, you know, as a person, and he was a really cool brother. Like, it talked to me in regards to you guys' personal relationship, you know. I mean, I know you guys were really close to him, you know, and I know you have stories.
Well, the creative process, like I was telling you, as far as the studio wise, it was just different because like even if I came one day, I came to him with a verse. Mm-hmm. And he listened to it in his house. He was like, "Yo, listen. I would rap. Then I wouldn't have no ending. And then he'd be like, "Yo, say this, that, and the third, and it's over." And I'd be like, "Word, you sure?" He'd be like, "And I'll say that, and it'll be over, and we clean it up." Like he was always one of them guys that'll listen, but he also was one of them guys that was ready to put his input into it.
Right. Yeah, and help you with your 100%. Talent. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Right. Coming at a young age, and then.
We were young.
I think as far as with Big, it's like it's a touchy situation because I think he gave a lot of people opportunities and showed us that we don't have to be on the block. We don't have to hustle. We don't have to sell crack to be successful. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can't play basketball from where we from, you have to sell drugs. Right. But he showed us and gave us another opportunity to say there's other lanes out here. As young kids, because you got to keep in mind, we were 13, 14 years old. Right. These guys was a little bit more older than us, but me being maybe the youngest 16, one, me and C's was the youngest one.
Right, you're around C's age.
Yeah,
okay.
So I'm right under C's. Mm-hmm. Like so.
Oh, you younger than him?
Yeah, I'm right on 1 year.
So back then, you was really young.
Yeah, so I was a little bit really young, but I was just more like in the streets and just like if Big didn't give us that opportunity, I think I would have been dead or in jail. Right. You know what I'm saying? So with Big, it's just touchy with me, and it's like I think he just showed us like it's a better way. And that's a beautiful thing.
And that's truly his blessing, you know what I mean? To actually pull people up.
Even if you took the opportunity or not, he gave you the opportunity to change your life and your family's life. Right. And that's dope.
Nah, that's it.
You can't ask for much.
So,
you can't ask for no more.
So,
what do you think has been, the biggest lesson that he taught you?
Me?
Either one of you guys.
The biggest lesson I think that the Big taught me was, I want to say, if I had to say anything, I think it was just like, take care of your peoples. Keep your family close, you know, and skies is the limit, but sky's not the limit. Do what you was here to do, and I think he did that. You know what I'm saying? I just think that he got taken away from us at a very, very young age, and just to be here right now and still be talking about Big, I feel like his impact was just astronomical.
So let me ask you a question real quick. So now you guys gain all this success. You know, you're known worldwide. Mm-hmm. I mean, the stories you probably have are incredible. You know, where your music took you. And a sensitive issue, you know, and then his passing when he was murdered. How did that really? Because you know, if you from an outsider's perspective, when you watch all these things on YouTube and you watch all these documentaries and everything else, everybody has a different story. You know, conspiracy theorists, everybody has different shit to say in regards to how that transpired, who did it, this, that, and the third. I'm not really talking to you guys today in regards to who you guys might have thought did whatever. That's irrelevant at this point. I just want to know, how did it affect you? Affect you as a group, as individuals, right? Because
let me jump.
Yeah, because that because to me, due to the fact that he gave a lot of himself to helping you guys come from the street and to elevate, and then when that mentorship is no longer there, I'd just like for you guys to speak on how that affected you individually, how did it affect the group, how did your overall perspective on the game itself. When I mean the game, I'm referring to music business.
Music, yes.
Right, so just
it affected us musically, because you gotta keep in mind. Like I said, we was young, we was kids, and he saw something for us that we didn't even see in ourselves at the time. Mm-hmm. So being that Big was so hot, I think Conspiracy, the album, if you look behind us, I think that album came out so premature because Big was so on fire and so scorching. They just needed something from Junior Mafia. Right. So you might have heard the Players Anthem to get money in the hits that was on there, but like, we was still in the incubator. We wasn't really still ready to jump out there yet. We was forced to jump out there because Big just was on fire with One More Chance, Juicy. Right. All the hit
records,
you know what I'm saying? Like, he was just on fire and they just wanted something. And with the game, man, when they want something, they pay for it. And I think we came out of the incubator a little bit too early. I think we really wasn't in there still sparring and got the best out of what we were supposed to got the best out of. But you hear the best out of that on C's album.
Oh,
if you listen to you know what I'm saying? If you listen to Wonderful World, the Mafia came out busting, shooting with Jay-Z, with Redman, with whoever y'all put up on us. We was on them. Buster. If you listen to Wonderful World of Caesar Leo, you hear the Mafia coming, ready.
But wait, just to answer because your question, I'm gonna combine the answer.
That's fine.
Into the two questions into one answer.
That's fine.
As far as like when Biggie passed, like when that actual thing happened, I felt hurt. Because during those times, I told you, I felt like I was the stepchild in the whole process. Because I was that dude that didn't grow up, didn't know these dudes, and I got pulled into it. So, of course, I had my...
Bro.
No, definitely.
You my mentor to this day, man.
Thank
Clef is a very, very strong...
I like telling people the real, because if we don't be authentic with our story... It's like, oh, you're just saying stuff so I like being real. So I felt hurt because when Big first came out and I met Big, we bonded.
Right.
We bonded, but I was so heavy in the streets. And I didn't know and see what I should have. I didn't know and see, like, okay, maybe I should distance myself from the streets, but I was more self-sufficient. I'm doing my thing. I'm on my own. Right. So I'm like, yo, I can't just pause what I'm doing and jump into this. I remember when he first came off his first show or his first tour, he was like, yo, Clap, I miss you. I wish you was here. Boom, boom, boom. He wanted us to get an apartment together. He was like, yo, let's get an apartment together, me and you, this and that, da-da-da. But I'm like, yo, damn. And no disrespect.
They was too wild.
Yeah. There's no disrespect, everybody. I had just got pulled into a situation that was different from my lifestyle. Right. So I'm like, yo, I'm moving different. I don't want to have an apartment where it's gonna be like 20 people and I'm waking up in the morning. That's how Big House. Yeah. And I was like, I can't do that. Right. I was like, and remember, I just got pulled into this. Right. So I'm like, yo, I can't do that. But I look at it and I was like, damn, should I have got an apartment with him? But I ain't do that. But that caused a distance. And one of your people that I saw earlier, he was like, yo, where you been? What happened? So that caused a distance, and there was a rift in the relationship between me, him, the group. So they were doing their thing, and I was doing my thing, and then it just got to that. So I was pissed when he passed away because I happened to be tied in with certain individuals. Like, I knew dudes, because I was doing whatever I was doing. I knew dudes that were security guards in stores that ended up becoming transit officers with the transit police. Right. So now these dudes, they'll let you do whatever. And I used to be like, yo, Big, you should let my mans in and be your security. They legal guns, like this and that, da-da-da. But nobody was really trying to hear that back then. They was like, yo, nah. And it was like, yo. So, and I just was like, yo, damn, I was pissed because I wasn't tied in. I really wasn't tied in with the group like that, but we would still, if we see each other, it's what's up. But I was mad that I wasn't tied in because I was like, yo, I would have loved to try to have him have the right security and the right people around him, but I had no say in it.
Right.
So I just shut up.
Right.
I just shut up. But that pissed me off. I remember where I was. I was in a hotel with a shorty when he died in New York. Because like I said, I wasn't that tapped in with the group.
Right.
And then I heard what happened, and I was like, damn. And that's why I took it upon myself, and I always do a lot. And with his mother.
Right.
With his mother Valletta, of course. And I did one of the first remembrance parties for him with Obi, the promoter. And I just made sure, and I tapped in with the organization, and something that his mother said that is one of the most powerful things I ever heard in my life. Got to be the top 5, and I didn't know this, and it made me feel good because Big had already passed away. So she said, "Klep," she pulled me aside one day. She said, "Klep, you know why I gravitate to you and I still check for you and try to see what's going on with you?" I was like, "No, Miss Wilder, I'm just thinking it's a regular conversation." She was like, "Because when my son was alive, you were the only person he always spoke highly of." Because I never asked him for nothing. I never asked him for nothing. No, that's a lie. I actually asked him for money one time. They were towing my car in front of his house on St. James, and I didn't have money on me. Right. And back then, I used to get a lot of tickets. So
join the club.
Yeah. Everybody was like tickets. So they towing the car.
Then.
Yeah.
How about now?
Nah, I don't get nothing. I'm knock on wood. Thank you. Nah. So look. So one time I go downstairs and they got the sheriffs. They towing the Q45 in front of his house on St. James. I'm like, yo, I need 800. Yo, I give it to you tomorrow. That's the only time I ever asked him for something in life. Right. He gave me the 800. The next day, I gave him his money back. Right. So yeah. So I was just there, like doing what I had to do.
Y'all heard that? Yeah. He repaid within 24 hours. That's very important.
Said, but I was really hurt when he died because and to this day I always think about, like, I love the life I have now, but I always think, damn, what would have happened if I would have really went on the road? Like, he wanted me to be on the road, this and that, but I chose to go a different direction.
I feel like that sometimes too. I'll be in the Maybach, and I'll be driving one of my friends' Maybachs, right? I'll be in his Maybach. I'll be like, damn, I need this car. But then I'll play Kanye saying, if Big was alive, he probably had a two-tone. I'm like, Big would really have the two-tone.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's
Big
real.
would literally, because where hip-hop was at in 94, it was straight North Faces, Army fatigues. Right. Like, we had braids. We wanted to be like Wu-Tang, Method Man in them. We wanted to be rough and hard and come out to something. Big, that nigga came to the studio, Big was like, man, the fuck out of here. Tomorrow y'all cutting y'all hair. Y'all getting all waves. Y'all all getting fresh. We not coming in with that dirty, dusty shit. We not doing that.
He knew how to market you guys.
We'd come back. All of us had cornrows. Me, Cheek,
I didn't even see that.
Trife,
That's crazy.
C's.
That's right.
Yo, all of us had cornrows. We'd come back to the studio. Let's be clear. We come back to the studio. All them cornrows and all them braids, that shit was clipped. Right. We was fresh, clean. We got our waves up right, this, that, and the third. And he'll put us in that shit. So that's why I feel like Big changed the game. He took the culture from the fatigues, the Timberlands, the North Faces, where it was cool where Method Man, Wu-Tang and all them Redman and them had it, and said, yo, we gonna clean this shit up. We gonna get fly. Yeah, he know we gonna show them designers, yo, you gonna wear that Doshi, you gonna wear that Machino, I'm gonna put you in this iceberg, this, that, and third, because he couldn't fit it because he was big. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So he would catch him a little Versace, silk, this, that, and third. We going to Big Tour for Big. Right. Let's be clear. We going to Big and Tall. If you know New York, Big and Tall. Him and Heavy D, they going to Big and Tall to get fly. Right. But the shit that he wanted to wear, he would put on us. You feel what I'm saying? The Machino, the Dolce, Chanel.
Looking at this
look at the game. You look at the game. You see Queen Latifah and them. They had the UNATY. They had the African, the color Salt and Pepper. Look at Salt and Pepper in them. And then you look at Kim and them. Kim came with that Chanel shit on. Kim came dripping in that shit. Like, yo, what's up? Dolce and Gabbana dripping. Big Mom. You know what I'm saying? So Big shifted the game to whereas he took the game, the music, and in the fashion and put it together. He don't get the credit from that shit. I see them coming in there flying. They be like, oh, I got the drip, this, that, and that. I be like, Big took hip hop to that shit.
Been doing this.
Cause if Big went to take that to that shit, y'all be in combat boots and y'all be in fatigue suits and y'all be riffing and rapping and talking like that. Bump skibbity bump. He calmed that shit down, put them shits on R&B beats, and gave us that flavor.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
we gonna acknowledge that today.
So,
you know what I'm
so let me ask you another
yeah, I
question.
put that flavor in the game.
Let me ask you.
Who want to contest me?
Let me
I
ask
know
you.
what you want to ask.
No, bro. So I know.
What happened?
Let me ask you a
Cause I'm
question.
around this shit.
I know you
So
will. That's why
I'm really around this shit.
interested
every day.
I'm interested in knowing. Okay, I'm interested in knowing it as it relates to Junior Mafia. Well, I know how it relates to everybody else. As it relates to Junior Mafia, did you guys have what kind of relationship did you have with Pac? I know Pac was around Big. Was he around you guys a lot? I mean, how did
Pac and Big was just
brothers.
they were real close at one time? Because Pac used to be around Ed. Because Ed and Pac were real close, and he used to be around us.
They lost
And he
their
used to
life.
be in Jersey a lot as
You know what I
well.
mean? So I just wanted to know how
That's
you know.
a tough one, man.
Yeah, I mean,
it's tough. It's an emotional one.
You want me to
Right.
say it? Because I say stuff, either you like it or you don't.
Right.
Suge polluted that situation.
Facts.
Period. Like
Okay.
everybody want to say this and say that. Like
It's crazy.
I'm gonna say what's real. Suge polluted the situation. He had two brothers that had and beyond admirable respect for each other. Like
I think they genuinely love one
yeah,
each other.
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
I know
Yo,
it for a fact.
Like I'm telling you, like I told you, I used to go with Big to meet Pac in the city, pick him up from the Park
Y'all
Meridian. You probably
Need a
heard. Yeah, I was
refill,
gonna say,
brother?
Y'all
yeah,
getting
thank you.
controversial.
Meridian.
Y'all getting controversial now.
So I'll tell y'all a story. I remember when I first met Pac with Big, first time ever.
You guys in a limo
No.
or something?
Nah, look,
That's the movie version.
I'm a tell y'all. Like I said,
Pac used to come on Full Street all the time.
I'm gonna get real. So now, when me and Big, this how I know Big had ultimate respect for Pac. So remember, I told y'all I don't care about it. Like I'm new in this, so I'm in there like I'm like a deer in the headlights, seeing all this stuff happen, I'm like, oh, whoa, oh yeah, I'm excited, but I'm keeping my composure. So back then you had the digital cameras. Disposable cameras. My
right.
bad,
Polaroids.
digital. Yeah, disposable
Polaroids,
cameras.
then the disposable.
You turn it and you got to click the next whatever, mess your thumb up. But anyway, so I remember when we met Nas, and not met him, but when I met Nas and Puff, there's a picture with Nas in the red Nautica jacket and him and Big. I was in that picture. I'm pissed at whoever the hell cropped me out of it. I ain't even gonna get into that. But that was with one of my disposable cameras.
Right.
So now, after that happened, we were going to meet Pac. So Big was like, he can't hold your leg.
Pause.
No, I can't. I can't.
When we talk fast, all right. Nah, look. So now we going to meet Pac, and Big like, yo, don't bring your disposable camera, man. Like, yo, because he want to be chill around Pac. He don't want to look like. But me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in groupie mode because I'm this rapper that been trying to get on, and I'm here. I'm here. I'm like, oh shoot. So I leave the camera. Pissed to this day that I left that fucking camera. But anyway, I drive with Big to go meet Pac at the Park Meridian. I never forget it. So we go in the Park Meridian, first time in there to meet Pac. We open the door, and when we open the door, look, I can't even see the floor.
Why not?
Because it's mad
Paper.
fucking composition notebook papers of rhymes on the floor.
Wow.
I never seen anything like this. I couldn't even see the floor.
Wow.
Yo, just mad. I'm like, yo, what the hell is this? Like, written with handwriting on it. So I'm bugging. So I'm in there, but I'm still playing quiet. So he introduced Pac, boom, boom, boom. Him and Big kicking it. And I'm chilling. I'm still mesmerized by all this paper on the floor. And I just see something flickering in the corner. It's like flickering in my eye. I'm like, yo, what the hell is flickering? So I look over to the corner and I see like a shelf and a shrine with a candle. And it's a shrine. He had a Madonna. He had a shrine of Madonna with like a candle burning with like
he manifested Madonna.
Yeah, no, I don't know if he was, but he had like a shrine and candles with a Madonna picture, and I was like, oh man, this dude is wild. Like, and mind you, I'm not back then. I don't know about manifestation. I don't know about none of that. Right. But I'm just bugging like, yo, this dude got a. I knew it was a shrine. I'm like, yo, this dude got a Madonna shrine. And then I think like
in the hotel?
In the hotel. It was set up. It was I could see it when I look over here, I see that shrine.
It was crazy. Yeah.
So now I look and I see the shrine, the picture of Madonna, the candle in front, the candle melted, it's all melted. I remember, with the picture of Madonna. And like the next week or so, I saw he was dating Madonna. Well, it came out. He might have been dating her then.
What was on the papers on the floor? Lyrics?
Rhymes. Yo, rhymes. It was composition notebook rhymes, like all over. Like, no, you can't walk anywhere in a hotel room. It was just papers of rhymes. I don't know if he did like, nah, I don't like that. Nah, I don't like that.
Right.
And it's mind-boggling.
See, that's incredible. That speaks to his writing skills, because he had last time I saw him. Last time not the last time I saw him. Last time I was talking to Pac, we were shooting the movie Who's the Man.
Wow.
And we were all in the like when you shoot, like you take pauses in between shoots, and sometimes you go.
He went and wrote.
He goes, yeah. He was sitting in the van. We were all in the van chilling, and then everybody was getting out of the van. I sat in the van in the front because I wasn't getting out yet. Then he pulled out his notepad and he was writing. I was like, the dude wrote constantly.
Yo,
you know
I'm telling you, you couldn't see the floor. All you saw was paper. Everywhere you walked was paper, like on top of paper, on top of paper, on top of paper, like just all over. Like, had to be like about probably at least 5 books.
5
at least
books.
like just like, and I'm like, damn, what did he do? Like, right just now, like this. Probably was hits. Like, he probably had like 5 albums. Hits. Who could imagine if that's what he doing and he out in the streets? Imagine what he was doing when he was in jail.
Yeah, or when he was comfortable, right?
Yeah, no, when he was in jail.
Yep. That's crazy.
So I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're gonna ask a question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
You do you, babe. Do you?
No worries. Some of your fans want to know why you never created a solo album in '97, '98. Like, what happened with that?
I mean, I didn't understand the game, and I felt like I was one of the main members of Junior Mafia that didn't want to sign the contract. So I didn't want to sign a contract because I read it and I knew it was a horrible contract. So I held up the whole deal. And everybody kept coming to me like, yo, Klep, sign the contract. Yo, we want to get on. Yo, you holding us out. And I'm the outsider dude. Yeah. So they all looking at me already. I was with you. They all looking at me already like, yo, gee, just this new nigga, they done bought and he fucking up our bread. Like, they looking at me and they like, yo, and I'm young still. Right. So me like an idiot, I'm like, all right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sign it, but I'm going to rap my ass off and then I'm out. I'm going to blow up. I'm going to rap my ass off. Fuck it. And as soon as I signed that shit, they shafted me. Yeah, they shafted me. So, but because I ain't know the game. Dang. I ain't know the game, but I mean, it's all learning things. So I was like, you know what, I'm coming in. And that's what I did. I jumped on the album, rapped my ass off, but that shit ain't like, I mean, it means something now to the people who know.
but you guys did release Riot music, right?
Yeah, that was great. Yeah,
right, yeah. And Kim.
But didn't something happen with that? You couldn't get. I don't know if it could be false.
Riot music, we released it, but we had to reconstruct a lot of the songs, so we couldn't get a lot of clearance.
Oh, okay.
With Biggie voice or something like that.
Biggie voice, a lot of the beats, so it really got like distorted. Like they really chopped it up, and it just messed up the project.
Oh, well, and Kim.
We got the originals though.
I was saying, Kim went on to release 4 albums after that. And with C's.
Kim was the shit. Let's be clear.
Kim blew up. Salute to Kim, Lil Kim in the building.
Anybody got the guts out of the Mafia situation, QB turned into a star.
Won. Yeah, they won.
And that's the diamond in it.
Yeah, no doubt.
I love Kim to this day for that.
So talk to us a little bit. Thank you guys for being here today, first of all, because
anytime.
It warms. No, facts. It warms my heart because I was part of that era. I was there in '94. 93. 92.
Man, I still repost
I mean?
the videos us there with Big introducing us
No question.
on the show.
Oh,
like that's
right.
an iconic clip
Iconic
when
right
Big
there.
was introducing Kim.
That's right.
all of us,
I remember that day distinctly.
Yo,
I'll never forget
dope.
that day, man. We were shot at National, around 42nd. Y'all came through.
Yeah.
But tell us what's going on with you guys now, man. Are there any plans to do any more Junior Mafia music or getting the band back together, doing anything? I know you're doing real estate now too, man.
I've been doing real estate 17 years now. I sold hundreds of millions in real estate. I got into it because I saw a lane,
right,
and I saw opportunity to get into corporate America that I wouldn't have saw if I stayed in certain surroundings.
right.
And when I saw it, I tell people a quick story. When I first started in real estate the second year, I met a client.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Look, I'm looking for an apartment. Me and my boyfriend is
Would this happen to be 323?
325 Fifth Avenue.
Avenue,
So,
yep.
So I told her, she said, "I'm looking for something. Me and my boyfriend, we want to spend $6,500 a month." I'm like, "Okay, I found her something, right?" She was like 26 years old or 27, I want to say. So I brought her back to my office when I started, and she gave me her paperwork. So I had to get her tax returns, her bank statement, and everything. This 27-year-old girl gave me her bank statement, and it had $986,000 in her savings account. After I saw that, I never looked back. I said, "This is what's out here in the world."
Yep.
I never looked back. After I said a 27-year-old with 986. I remember the number. I remember the day. I remember the temperature outside. like I remember the building 325 Fifth. They just built it.
Wow.
And that was just her savings account. And I'm like, I'm running around here chasing around.
That wasn't even her check-ins. That was just her savings.
That was just her savings account.
Okay.
I was like, yo, $986 cash US, and then she had investment. And remember, where we come from, we don't know about investment portfolios and this and Roth IRA. We don't know about that because nobody teaches us about that.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
And in school they'll teach you about Ben Franklin, but won't teach you how to
yeah,
handle your money.
Stuff that we don't need, that we don't really need is helping us. And when I saw that, I saw a lane, and I said, you know what? I'm not looking back at that direction. But then, of course, I love the fact that hip-hop and the resurgence and different things that pull us back based on we are an iconic group, that I love that aspect. But when I saw that, I was like, whoa. And then I just took off. I've been on the cover of the New York Times. I've been in Page 6. I'm always in Page 6. I've done multiple, like my clients are multi-billionaire hedge fund
Yes, sir.
owners there. So I learned, I got into a lane that I wouldn't have gotten into if I didn't happen to stumble into it. And I'd have been a fly dude in the hood. I'd have been chilling.
All good. It's all good, brother. There's nothing wrong with that. But listen, I want to tell you something. Thank you guys, man, for being here today. I really appreciate you both.
Thank you.
You guys have contributed so much to my life personally because I've always loved Junior Mafia as a group. Biggie, salute to Biggie. You know what I mean?
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
God bless his dead,
Salute to
man.
Nino.
You know what I mean? No
Salute
question,
to the
man.
whole-
We can run it all off. You know what I
Mafia
mean?
family.
You know, little C's, little Kim. You know what I mean?
Right.
Trife,
That's family.
Larceny,
family.
Chico Del Vec,
family.
Capone, Bugsy, the whole JM, man.
That's a fact.
Yes,
Mad
yes.
respect to y'all, man. Respect. Salute.
I definitely,
Hip Hop
definitely.
50. What's up?
That's no question.
Absolutely. But just for those that admire you guys and follow your path, you know, a lot of these artists that are coming up, they want your advice, they want your opinion. So what, if you can just, I guess, say one thing, what has been your perspective throughout all of this in the rap game from before to now? What is your perspective on it?
On the music?
On the music, it's how people are moving. You have any advice about how they should change? Because I'm sure it's something that you could have done differently.
I did a song with Big, right? And the song was me and Trife. Young G's perspective, and the first thing he said on that album, on that cut was, "JM, no friends." So when he said no friends, it was like, keep your circle tight, stick to your family, and do
Stay
your
focused.
thing, do your music. Yeah, don't slip up, don't start being where you shouldn't be at. So that's what I would give to the young artists, because I work with a lot of young artists. Knowing the young artists that I would preach that to, like a Jack Harlow, they would go unnoticed until when they hit their number, and then they will stay with their circumference, and they will flourish. And some of them would just get caught in the shuffle, and some of them would be dead. So that would be my thing. Get your nucleus, get your crew, get your team together, work with your team, and build with your team. Because people's gonna come everywhere and try to distract you, try to take from you, and stay tight.
No question. My answer,
no friends, man. Everybody around you should be family.
Facts.
Family or
facts.
business.
That is facts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Family.
That makes a world of sense. My advice I would give is be mindful of the world and like evolution. Like I mean, sometimes I sound nerdy with what I'm saying, but it's because, like I said, I was fortunate to get into different arenas where I'm looking at stuff like you got a lot happening in music. Like you got to pay attention to in business. Like for instance, Web3. You got NFTs. There's a lot of money for these artists in the Web3 space. A lot of artists try to get into it and say, I want to do Web3, but you didn't even study the space to understand the dynamics of how it works, how to capitalize on it. And I'm going to say something that a lot of people are not going to like, but it makes sense. It's a phrase that I came up with, and it's called niggalate. No, and I'm going to tell you what it is. And the reason why I came up with that is because I feel like sometimes we take too long to jump into a situation and put in the effort to understand it and then wonder why we're not making as much money as X, Y, and Z. It's because you want to be nigga late. Like you want to be late. Like you need to like, look, stuff is happening. You need to dedicate. You could stay and do this and scroll through Instagram and do this and run around and go to this club and do this. You need to take 2 hours out of your day to focus on Web3. You need to focus on Chat GPT and AI. Artificial intelligence is coming. Woo! Everything that's happening right now, I just did a big article. Like that's the things that I feel blessed to be able to have the opportunity to see. And I feel like there's a disconnect with the world that I originally came from and that because they didn't get to see what I saw. So it sounds foreign. They're like, oh, no, I don't got no time for that. What the hell are you talking about? Oh, he's a geek. But then you're gonna be nigga late. So you gotta jump into this stuff now and see the world is changing. The world is changing rapidly, and that's my advice. Tap into it. Like you got artists, there's so many artists in the Web3 space that's making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of one drop, and you trying to come out with this, and you streaming, and you getting what is it? How much percent of a penny and whatever?
I forget about it.
Yeah. So you got it, but nobody want to take that time to learn it. Like you gotta dedicate the time. You can wake up an hour early.
Well, anything you're interested in doing, you got to study it. You have to understand it. You have to know it.
Wake
Otherwise,
up an hour
it makes
earlier.
no sense. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Think about it. For the last 2 months, if you woke up an hour earlier and learned about a certain space or situation, how much more knowledgeable would you be today than 2 months ago? But people, they get like, let's mix it up. Like I'm still out here. Like I'm still chill. I still go out. They ain't know we still go out, have fun. We do what we got to do. But you got to incorporate where's the future going, because we're gonna get left behind, and then we wonder why we're getting left behind.
It's already happening, brother. It's already happening.
That's my
me.
point. Like that's what I gotta say.
Okay.
So
No, that's definitely
that's
amazing.
for the new artists, right?
Yeah,
No doubt.
And where can your audience and your fans come follow you on social media? Where can they find you?
For me, I'm speaking of Web3. I'm launching a huge NFT project with my son. You can find me on Winning Hands with an S, Hands NFT. Look at that, and then you'll see a lot of what's happening because it's all sports related. Really great project.
I'm Bang, man. I'm just BANG, big.
Just too smooth.
BIGCITI Bang.
We're gonna send the thing up just
Big
like
City
Batman to
I'm
find Bang right now.
Mafia.
You know?
I'm representing hip hop. I got a couple business.
Tell him what you're doing, man. He with everybody,
I don't
man.
The only reason why I don't like to do what I don't like to explain what I've done and what I'm invested in, because I feel like Kanye shouldn't have did that. Like when I go to McDonald's, I don't know who owns that McDonald's. I just go get the product. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You just
I feel like when you attach it, one thing I know about business is sometimes you got to detach yourself from your business.
Yep.
You You feel what I'm saying? And let your business be your business.
Speak for itself.
Because if you keep telling everybody what you doing and what's your business, then you really don't got no business.
That part.
Because everybody know your business.
No, you know what? I agree with you with that because a lot of
everybody got to know your business. And then if you promote yourself behind your business, then when you flop, your business flops.
Absolutely.
So separate your business and separate yourself.
Well, like they say, if you know, you know.
A lot of people, a lot of your people that you know don't support you. Like it's unfortunate, it's sad. Like so that's why
they say that the people who don't know you
a lot of money.
They say that the people that don't know you. Hold on, they say the people that don't know you support you more than your friends.
That's what I love about Web3.
So,
like it's a bunch of people that's new into this technology. Like these are diehard hip hop fans. That's what back to you hip hop
strangers.
Yeah, these are people that want to be in the hip hop. They love culture. They love fashion. They want to know and be in the know.
Well, listen to me. Whatever you guys do. We're in full support of it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so just let us know what's happening, bro.
We saw you T-Money. You
No
said,
doubt.
yo, pull up. And we pulled up. Like
Junior Mafia, baby.
Was it a week?
That's about a week.
ASAP.
I apologize for my lateness.
That's nothing. You ain't late. You right on time, good buddy. Thank you. Right now, it's the T-Money Podcast joint featuring Ciara Ross and Junior Mafia in the building.
Thank you. I just
R.I.P.
wanted to
B.I.G.
a shout out to The Drip.
Ooh.
Thank you, Shirt King.
Shirt Kings, that's right. So Shirt King, Hip Hop 50.
And I definitely just have to show the back. No disrespect, so thank you, fellas. Thank you,
That is fly. Legendary.
Thank you. Celebrate
Iconic.
50th anniversary.
Iconic.
Hip hop.
And with that being said, I want to celebrate Hip Hop 52.
Iconic.
Peace out to my man Rocky, Universal Hip Hop Museum, Video and Music Box. My man Ralph McDaniels, The Drip. The Drip was crazy. That's how we linked up.
Yep, exactly.
Salute, man. We in there, man.
Eric Adams, too.
No doubt. Oh, yeah, no doubt, man. Eric Adams.
He pushing.
Respect to you, brother, because you hip-hop. Understand that.
Exactly.
You know what I
Aside
what
from...
about MTV Jams, man? That's
that too.
Yo MTV Raps, baby.
Yo MTV Raps.
Yeah, listen, I don't have to say that because I say that enough. You guys don't know.
No, but listen.
Yo MTV Raps in the building. Ed Lover, Dr. Dre, T-Money, Fab Five Freddy, the great Fab Five Freddy.
Yes.
But listen, this is one thing, and not to harp on Eric Adams, but like he said something at that event that everybody needs to remember. He said, yo, this is the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. We celebrating this all year, and the reason why we celebrating the anniversary of hip-hop all year is because hip-hop is global, and it started in New York.
Of course.
Started in New York.
Of course.
Come on, it's a like all the rappers. Yeah, look at all those rappers that you see in every single country, be it a Latin country, whatever, European, all of that.
That's why we're ahead of everybody celebrating the 50th because it started here. The origins of hip hop are here.
Yes.
New York City, Bronx, Queens, five boroughs.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Long Island, Staten Island, whatever.
We can put Jersey in there too.
Oh yeah,
Can't
Jersey.
forget about Jersey.
No, Jersey, respect to Jersey. Because Jersey got a lot of artists, man.
Shout out to Church.
All right, Joe. We out, man. Peace, love, happiness.
Yeah.
Peace.
Junior Mafia is the click.
That was a good show, bro.
Appreciate y'all.
That was good shit.
Yeah, we made it happen, man.
T-Money Podcast joint with Ciara.